Beethoven's Pastoral Symphony, I think it would be safe to say, is one of his most loved and beautiful works. Although so many of his works are beautiful and loved, so that is tricky to say. But it'd have to be one of my favourites. So I've very much been looking forward to presenting this particular program. Beethoven was famously a lover of nature. And in this particular work, he notates in the score programmatic elements about nature. So we have a storm, seen by a river, shepherd's song, and this kind of thing that I think he really wanted to make sure that element came across. The version of the work that we'll perform for you in our tour is actually a chamber version of that original work. The original orchestral work was first performed in 1808, and I think this version would have been made shortly after that. I think the instrumentation of this work is where the magic really comes in. Over time, AHE has been exploring a number of these chamber versions for this same instrumentation, which has flute, along with string quintet and double bass. And I think that really sets it apart from some of the other arrangements that you might have with string quintet from the time, which are all great. But I think having the flute there and the double bass particularly add a whole element of depth. So the bass gives you that bottom end and makes you feel like you're hearing something much bigger. And then on the top of that, you have the flute, which adds this beautiful colour of the wind section. And then in the center, you have the two violas, which are often imitating the horn parts, creating texture and all of that. In the program, along with that, we have a similar chamber version of Mozart's Hafner Serenade. Neither of these works, as far as we know, have been performed in modern times since these arrangements were made. They may well have been, we may not be aware of it, but AHE is really being a champion of these arrangements, and it's something we care about a lot and we think shows an important aspect of everyday 18th century life in the musical world. This is how they would have known the works often, or might have been the first time they heard them in this way, not necessarily as we would first hear them on a recording or live with the full-scale orchestra. So we're really excited about this premiere of these two works. We'll also be performing Boccherini's string sextet in F minor, which is a really beautiful, melancholic work. It captures a lot of that essence of Boccherini's style, colours and textures that I really love. So we're looking forward to it, and we hope to see you at one of the concerts.